Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. After a heroic 3-0 victory against Burnley, here we are against Fulham at Ivy Lane. Look at Stuart Holden's terrible hair. That guy needs a new name and a new haircut. Ball John Green, other John Green leading the charge. They are teammates in life and in love. And today we're going to do Google Autofill, where I answer your questions, or I answer the most popular questions that Google has been asked, beginning, is it wrong to? So we've done, is it okay to? Now we're going to do, is it wrong to? So people who are nervous that something that they're doing or want to do might be wrong. Speaking of wrong, here is the starting lineup for Fulham. Boo. And here is the starting lineup for your Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. We got Escargot and D Mother Flippin' Fox in the back. John Green and John Green up front, twice as vice, and French the Lana out on the wings. All right, is it wrong to ask your boyfriend for money? I mean, I guess it depends on the context and also the amount of money. Like, I think it's wrong to ask your boyfriend for $1 million, but I don't think it's wrong to ask your boyfriend for like $3. Why isn't there a question about, is it wrong to ask your girlfriend for money? I used to ask my girlfriends for money all the time. I remember, What? Where was the foul? Clear it! For the love of God! Okay, there was no foul there. That was a terrible call by the referee. I didn't even hit a button, I don't think. It can't be a foul until and unless I hit a button. That's a rule. Yeah, so I used, when I was a younger man, I once took a date out. I'll just tell you her name. Her name was Mary. I took a date out to Friendly's. Come on. That was frustrating. I needed to hit the Y button a little faster. I took a date out to that's not a foul. Other John Green just turned his back to the guy and kind of like rubbed up against him a little bit. That's not a foul. That's like on the dance floor, that's not even considered flirtatious. I took a girl out to Friendly's, and I then tried to pay with my credit card, but my credit card was declined, and so she had to pay for the meal. And we dated for that was our first date, and we dated for 3 years. So sometimes it's good to ask a girl for money, because otherwise you're going to be washing dishes at Friendly's. What's next? Is it wrong to be friends with your ex? No. But it's also not right to be friends with your ex. Like, I don't think either is necessarily like the best plan all the time. I think it's really situational. I think it really depends on like who you are, we just needed one more dribble. Who your ex is, what the relationship is, what the nature of how long it lasted, all that stuff. Because in some ways, the more serious a romantic relationship is, the more difficult it is to really be quote unquote friends with your ex, because you can never quite put aside all the baggage of the romantic relationship. So I mean, I think it really does vary. Like Sarah and I dated briefly, and then we were friends for a long time. But like that friendship was off the post. That friendship was always charged. That would have been French the Lana's first goal in a long time, I think. I don't know if that was him actually. It wasn't, but whatever. It would have been someone's goal other than a John Green. Oh, we just needed a better through ball there. I still like the way the Swoodilypoopers are playing. I like the energy. I don't really like the fact that Ball John Green is inexplicably playing defense, but other than that, I like everything. That wasn't our best defensive work there. There we go. Take it out of the back, Swoodilypooper style. There we go. That's Swindon Town Swoodilypooper football right there. Oh, there's no finish, though. Oh, everything was perfect except for the finish. There was great back and forth by other John Green and Ball John Green. That's when you see how much it matters to be married to your strike partner, where you just know each other so well that you don't even have to ask the question of where that person's going. Oh, it's a nice cross. Hit the post. All right, what's next? Is it wrong to check your girlfriend's phone? Yes. I mean, you got to have some trust and some privacy in a relationship. I think people deserve their privacy, and if you abuse that privacy, you're not being a cool boyfriend, is what it comes down to. That's basically like that lack of trust, that sort of obsessive. That stuff starts to make me very nervous. I think it's basically really problematic. And you need to ask questions of yourself about what's going on with you if you're feeling this need to check your girlfriend's phone all the time. Because that, I think, in the end says potentially a lot more about you, or at least about your relationship, than it says about your girlfriend. And notice that it didn't say it's wrong to check your boyfriend's phone, which I think speaks to the patriarchy. Okay. Is it wrong to date your cousin? Well, I mean, first off, what kind of cousin are we talking about here? Because if we're talking about like a 7th cousin 3 times removed, then no. If you're talking about a first cousin, it's a little bit problematic. There's some legal issues, first off, at least in a lot of states. Oh, not a great cross. We just needed to slow down a little. We got to be patient. The Swoodilypoopers not known for their patience. Right now it looks like potential another 0-0 draw, which is the Swoodilypooper special. But we're trying to reinvent. We're trying to be a different team this year. The 2016-2017 Swoodilypoopers. Oh, it was perfect except the pass was off. Look at beautiful ball, John Green. His mustache, his nice looking blue boots. Yeah, I mean, there's an increased risk of birth defects, and if you were to procreate with your cousin, and dating sometimes does result in that. Yeah, it's got its problems. What's next? Is it wrong to eat meat? I think the way that we eat meat these days is really problematic. The sort of like factory farming. The disconnection from the animal that you're eating, the lack of understanding of what goes into meat production, making it sort of emotionally easier to eat lots and lots and lots of meat. I think we eat a lot more meat than we need to, certainly, and I find that problematic. But I think to say that it's always wrong to eat meat kind of encourages this dualistic worldview that I think is bad in the end for overall meat consumption by humans. The dualistic worldview of you are either a meat eater or you are a vegetarian. And meat eaters eat meat at every meal, and vegetarians never eat meat. Well, the truth is, if you eat meat once a month instead of never, it's almost as good for the environment and the overall health of the ecosystem as eating meat 0 times a month. So I'm interested in trying to minimize the amount of overall meat that is eaten in the United States and in the developed world by or I should say the industrialized world, I guess, by kind of changing the discourse about that. I'm not as interested in absolutes about saying it's always wrong to eat meat or it's never wrong or whatever. Husband to husband! Ball John Green with a beautiful goal. John Green's ball, another John Green's. They're the best forwards that Swindon Town has ever seen. What a fantastic finish. He's a finisher. Look at it. Kablowie! Finishing. And then the perfect cross. He knows exactly where his husband is going to be. Ball John Green creates just enough space from his defender, and then he puts it in the back of the net in the 71st minute. That is Swindon Town Swoodilypooper football, and I, for one, love it. We've hit the post today. We've had a great run that resulted in a one-on-one in the goalie. Do not call a foul on me that is a prototypical Christian side hug, which, as previously established, is not a foul. I'm sorry, we haven't been doing enough Google autofilling. What's next? Is it wrong to fantasize? Fantasize about what? Is it wrong to fantasize about the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers winning the Barclays Premier League? No, I think it's very helpful. Is it wrong to fantasize about getting a book published? No. I don't know what kind of fantasies this question is referring to. Just kidding, I do know. It's referring to sexual fantasies, and I feel really bad that people don't feel even comfortable enough with their sexuality to experience that sexuality in the privacy of their own minds. That's quite sad. Of course, there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with thinking. That's sad to me. No, it is not wrong to fantasize. It's good to fantasize. It's healthy. It's a good, important, healthy part of being alive and figuring out what you like and stuff, which is important. I probably should hit the Y button there and we would have had it. Oh, no. Oh, look at this new Swoodilypooper defense. They just swarm. They're faster. They're stronger. And we know how to hold the ball a little bit better. Oh, this is great stuff. Great stuff from the Swindon. Yes. 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 Oh, I love every second of it. This is my fantasy come true. Oh, no! We almost had a great goal there. Oh, just got blocked. That was definitely going in. Oh, this is fantastic stuff. I'm sorry, what's next? Is it wrong to get a tattoo? It depends on what it's a tattoo of. If it's a tattoo of bald John Green embracing other John Green, that's not wrong. No, I don't think it's wrong to get a tattoo. Look at our opponents smell their pits in shame. We only won 1-0, but it was an overwhelming performance from the Swoodilypoopers. I'm proud of the boys. Other John Green, it's great stuff. Look at S. Cargo. He's proud. Bald John Green's beautiful mustache. Stuart Holden's terrible haircut. It's awesome. Thank you for watching. Best wishes.